taken more time just to slow down the songwriting process, because it's always just been crammed in between work and going to this thing and, you know, these little snatches of time. But having a whole day where you can go like, actually, I'm just going to go for a really long walk and take my notebook and just sit somewhere and do lots of writing. That was, I was letting myself spend lots of creative time and just not have any deadlines. And I'm all about the deadlines. So that was like, took some willpower almost just to be like, chill. But yeah, resilience. I think, I've kind of adapted, because I'm not in lockdown with Lily and Abe, who are in Mermaidens. So we kind of have a SoundCloud where we upload all our little ideas for songs, and that's been really helpful. Because you can kind of look through and imagine a little section that I've written, that I've uploaded. It might kind of match up with something else that Lily's put up there, and then Abe's been programming like digital beats onto some of them as well. So we've done that before, like when I've been overseas, but I think we'll be doing that more and more. And it's a kind of challenging way to work, but I quite enjoy it as well, because it's like you get this little treat from your bandmate, because, you know, she's like, I uploaded a bunch of stuff, and then it's kind of like a whole lot of presents waiting there. Yeah, I think music is definitely healing. I just kept having to remind myself in the lockdown, when I got really stuck in a bad mood or in some bad thought loop, just to put on some music, because it's like without fail, every time it changes your mood. And I think, that's just the biggest thing that I learnt in isolation. And in terms of healing, it's like writing music for me is quite frustrating a lot of the time. And I think when you get into, when you're actually in the working mode, it's very focused, and I wouldn't say it's like super enjoyable, but it's kind of at the end of it, when I've gone through the journey and got a melody or like a verse that I like, then that's when I feel the that great, like, enlightened feeling that I don't get from anything else. So in a way, that's kind of healing. Yeah, it's more like, I guess it's a kind of compulsion to keep writing and playing, that keeps me going, even if it's really frustrating and hard. It's kind of, I can't not do it. I think playing live it's just so fun. Like, it's just the funnest thing I could do, and that in a way is healing, because, you know, if it lifts your mood and you see other people having a great time and you get to meet people, that's like, it just kind of, it makes sense, you know. You're like, yes, this is why we keep doing it. I would say spend time on the actual music. I think I've realized over this time that if you're looking on Instagram and you know, seeing what all these artists around you are doing, it's actually a really big distraction. and I've really valued just being like, okay, this is actually about music. It's not about Spotify plays and all that shit. It's just like trying to remember why you enjoy it. So I think for a new artist, they should figure out what the reason why they want to create for themselves, and just try to kind of push away the kind of industry pressure and ideas you might have about the right way to do it, and yeah, approach it like you and your instrument or you and your notebook, and have that as the kind of core of the project. In saying that, I think in terms of getting into the industry, there are lots of good resources, especially in New Zealand. We are really lucky to have good arts funding through New Zealand on Air and through Creative New Zealand. And so, yeah, those websites and places like APRA actually have good resources that you can find. And if you don't know where to find them, maybe think about people around you that are making music, and yeah, just ask them like, hey, how did you get your music on Spotify? Or should I have a Bandcamp? Yeah, I think there's so much resource around us that it doesn't take much to figure out how to put music out. But yeah, just like taking time to really enjoy the music for yourself, and all that other stuff will fall into place. if you really believe in the track you're putting out or whatever, then yeah, I think you'll be fine. That's the most important thing to me, that I want to listen to my album like again and again. Well, maybe not now, but when I'm making it, that the songs I'm writing has to be like I have to be obsessed with it in order for it to keep going. And yeah, that kind of fades after time, but when you're in that process and you're just like obsessed with this one bit, that's a really good feeling. So I'd say try find that.